All right, so we're going to start on step number 4. This is I guess a preference. Do you want to have your staff in your Grow account? It's personal preference really, but you can set their permissions so they can see as little or as much as you give them. And it is nice to have them, especially if they're taking appointments. I would suggest that you do add them into the system, but it's also nice to have a little bit of help in the CRM. So what you're going to do is we're going to head over to the My Staff section in a second. We're going to create their staff account, show you how you can set their permissions, and then we have to have them log in and connect their Google if needed. So if you're an appointment-based gym, they must connect their Google account so we can set the appointments to their calendar and then also set their availability. So let's head over there and I'll show you how we're going to add our staff. All right, we're back in our Grow account, and from this section we left off on our custom values. Scroll up a little bit and you have this My Staff section. So you're going to come in here. We have our sample user. This is typically going to be you in the system because we've already created your account. So now you're just going to add any employee that you wish. So you can hit the add button. Really all you need is a first name, last name, email, and a phone number, and then you need to give them some temporary password. So give them whatever password you want. It has to be 8 characters in length. It has to have a lowercase, an uppercase, and a special character. So give them something simple that you can remember. Do not hit the screen reset password button. This sends the reset instructions, and because the account isn't created yet, this won't work. So you fill out the top information, come all the way down to the bottom, and then you'll hit save. Okay, and then you can just tell them go to grow.pushpress.com. Their username is their email that you provided and the password you just gave them. They can change that later by going into My Staff, changing this, and then hitting save. You can have them upload a signature if your gym has that. So when they send outgoing messages, it can have the auto-populated signature that looks pretty nice. Now here's the permissions. Here's what they can see in the system. You can check off anything you don't want. And user or admin. Users can see most things and do things, but they can't change things. They can't change any settings. Admins have privileges to change settings and update things. So it's kind of dependent on what you want. But again, they won't be able to change or update or see anything that you check off on the permissions tab. Okay? And then next, you're going to have them go into our integrations tab. After they log in, they need to connect their Google Calendar by hitting the sign in with Google button. That connects their calendar to their profile, and then they can go in and update their availability. So we've created the calendar earlier, especially if you're an appointment-based gym. We said keep the calendar wide open, but now you're going to specify, okay, I'm attached to that calendar. That calendar goes from 5 a.m. to maybe 9 p.m. at night. But what is my individual availability? I'm only available Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I can't be booked on the Tuesday, the Thursday, or the Saturdays. I can only be booked at these times between, maybe I can only do 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. So anything after 9 a.m. I'm not available, and I won't be available on Tuesday, Thursdays. So we're going to set those times. You can also have little time blocks. So maybe I'm 5 to 9, and then maybe I return after 2 p.m. I can do a 2 p.m. and then 5 p.m. So you can do it that way as well. Make sure that they set their time zone. This always defaults back to Los Angeles for whatever reason, so making sure that the time zone is correct. And then from here, this is where they'll connect their calendar. So you'll have it'll show connect calendar and where do you want those appointments to write to. And then hit save and it is all updated. So that's how you have your staff set up their accounts. We'll see you in the next step.